Let's rip on Brian Armstrong and Coinbase for not taking care of the customer. And I've got the tweet that tells you why you had problems accessing Coinbase. We're also going to talk about the billions flowing into Bitcoin. Central exchange volume, which ties into the Coinbase thing. We're going to do a price roundup because meme is popping. And what if I told you in the top 40 cryptos, there is only one that is down in the last 7 days, while the rest of the market is green and BTC is eyeing all-time highs. You know, the mailman delivers 6 days a week, but I bring it 7, whether it's good or bad. Arcane Sort Top, who says, I was hesitating to sell XLM and buy Doge instead when it was at 8 cents. I should have. Doge is making explosive moves while we basically don't move at all. He's referring to XLM at the moment. Where Bitcoin XLM should be past 20 cents, XRP should be at 80 cents. Talking about how far off we are from all-time highs. I've got some different ways of looking at the data. For people that like to play pennies, for people that like to play explosive multipliers, I got your back covered with some stats. What else does my man say? Doge, 8 to 13 cents when XLM goes 11 to only 12 a 6. Speaking of price, I said Sol, 88. Look at Doge making a big move here, up 20% last 24. SHIB up 19. What do people want? They want meme. Look at this bonk up 46%. There's some things moving out there, all right? Definite movement. Some things pulling back as well. I see some beam pull back, down 6.8% right there. I see it. BNB back just a little bit. VeChain seeing a little bit more red than most, 4.8 cents right now. Filecoin looking healthy, 8.8 on the way up. Markets are moving quite a bit. But let's talk about investors being made whole, and then we're going to talk about billions and billions flowing into the market. And I'm not talking about the bullshit you hear from other creators out there saying, oh, trillions are going to flow in quadrants. And no. These are real billions with real news sources cited down below, because that's the deal. Winklevoss twins Gemini to return $1.1 billion to customers caught in the earned product. The earned product in anything that had yield was basically considered a security here in the United States. And the New York Department of State Financial Services went after them. Yeah, the earned program teased up to 8% interest on customers' crypto deposits, only to collapse when Genesis was caught in the meltdown of FTX. Since then, more than 200,000 earned customers, including 30,000 New Yorkers, have been unable to access their money. And here's the thing, we know crypto has totally rebounded since that time. BTC way above, Sol's healthier, and Sol got pounded. Doge, SHIB, things are moving. ICP, VeChain, things are moving. Money's moving, but let's keep learning. Gemini failed to conduct due diligence on an unregulated third party, later accused of massive fraud, harming earned customers who were suddenly unable to access their assets after Genesis Global Capital experienced a financial meltdown. This is all from the New York State Department of Financial Services, Adrienne Harris. She also says they collected hundreds of millions of dollars in fees from Gemini customers that otherwise would have gone to Gemini, substantially weakening their financial condition. Further identified various management and compliant deficiencies as part of the settlement. They're looking now to get back $1.1 billion. The NYSDFS, say that 5 times fast, said it has the right to bring further action against Gemini if it does not fulfill its obligation to return at least $1.1 billion to earn customers after the resolution of the Genesis bankruptcy. So people are getting made whole, but this stuff takes time. This has been so long. I mean, I covered the Celsius bankruptcy starting in mid-June of 2022. We're still working through that now. By the way, Celsius has been repurposed into a Bitcoin mining company. Yeah, seriously, that's what's happening. Bitcoin sex trading, that starts with a C, a little perversons, hits the highest level since 2022, so there is money flowing. Let's learn about real billions, not the BS you hear from other channels. Trading volumes for spot BTC skyrocketed to a 16-month high on February 28th, with 34 billion worth of cumulative trades on the sexes, according to Kaiko data. Binance was at the forefront of the BTC trading and recorded 7 billion in trading volume. So you know Binance made some good money on that juice that day. Dude, these crypto companies love these high volume days because they make tons of money. It don't matter if prices go up or down. They make money on trades, right? So for them, they're just like, look, we care more about the volume than we do the price. They want higher volume, higher trades, higher gas, higher juice, higher fees. There you go. Bybit trailed behind at 3.5 billion, while Coinbase reached nearly 3 billion. Fuck Coinbase. Fuck you, Brian Armstrong. Sorry I didn't give you guys the F-word warning, but this guy's a piece of shit. Look, this stuff is, you can, if you want to read about this one's linked down below, but let's swing over to Brian Armstrong. Apps are now recovering. We had modeled a 10x surge in traffic and load tested it. This exceeded that number. Dude, how are you building this, man? You thought that you would only see a 10x in traffic surge? Like that's like the biggest you have built into your system as a safety net, and that surpassed it? Here's what he says. It's expensive to keep our services over-provisioned, but we'll need to keep working on auto-scaling solutions and killing any remaining bottlenecks. Thank you for bearing with us. Essentially what he's saying is it is extremely expensive to run services that can handle any volume at any time. So because it's cost prohibitive, you're fucked. Yeah, that's right. If you use Coinbase, when shit gets busy, you're going to get throttled. Why? Because he says it's expensive to keep our services over-provisioned. You are not meeting the demands of the customer. You are a piece of shit. Like, when you're building products backwards from the customer, you have to take care of the customer. You always got to make sure you can cover your busy seasons, because you know what happens when you're busy and you can't service your customers? They will go somewhere else. Because your food ain't that good, Brian Armstrong. Because people yesterday wanted to sell. They wanted to buy. They couldn't do anything. People had $0 in their balance, freaking out, going, oh my God, did I just get washed? Like, what happened? Did we get hacked? And your thing is that it is too expensive to keep them over-provisioned, but you're going to work on auto-scaling solutions. There you go. Now, Coinbase stock looks pretty good. Market doesn't care about that. Market cares about Coinbase stock and the price they make, because yes, people are still trading on the platform even if the volumes are surpassing what they can handle. Shit-ass platform. Don't tell me you use Coinbase and you like it. Come on now. Their fees suck balls. Armstrong's a total piece of crap. You guys know who backs him, and gals. 7.8% of you are gals, by the way. So Coinbase MicroStrategy shares rally as PC inflation cools. Not only PC inflation cool, which was good for the market, essentially what producers are paying for stuff came out cheaper. This is a big-time learning channel, isn't it? This is pretty cool shit. If you're still watching now, you totally got like a good head on your shoulders. Like the negative comments that I read, I know it's people not even watching the video or they can't understand it. So if you're still understanding it now, you got a pretty good head. So Coinbase and MicroStrategy, why are they making money? BTC trading volume, MicroStrategy, because BTC is going up. Their average is around 31,000. They pretty much doubled their money. They're like super close to doubling their money. Their average was 31.8 last time I checked, something around like that, 31.8, 31.9. So they're so close to doubling their money. But fuck you, Brian Armstrong, you piece of shit. You know what? I'm going to save this tweet. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to add this page to my favorites. Suck my ass. Because you know what? I'm going to keep bringing this up. Because you're right. It's expensive to take care of your customers. You're right. Maybe you have too many customers. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, people are going to leave. Okay, so what I got up on the screen is El Market Capo. Looking at this, Stellar has slipped to 35th. Being passed by Optimism, HBAR, Bitsoner, Caspa, Injective, Near, Filecoin, Aptos, a whole bunch, okay? But that's not why I'm bringing this up. What I'm bringing this up is this. In the far right column is the percentage in the green over the last 7 days. And check this out, what happens when I scroll down. Immutable. That's the first one we've come across. FDUSD, that's a stable coin. Then we get a couple more. So like out of the first 40, you really only have one that's down in the last 7 days. That is very healthy. But what is it also? Check it out right here. Extreme greed. Fear and greed data. See it? We are getting real high. And when was the last time we were super high like this? Yesterday? Nah, I'm kidding. December 5th, December 4th, December 7th, right around there. We are now even higher than that at 86.1. So if things do start either pumping or dumping, be very cautious because Coinbase and other providers out there might not be able to handle the volume and you could get screwed. That's great customer service, Brian Armstrong. Let's talk about Fed chances real quick here. Fed, what are the odds that they're going to lower rates on the March 20th contract, which you know we're going to carry a live stream because that shit is fun as hell. 97.5% chance that the Fed is going to pause. So we already have this big expectation. So when it happens, I don't expect these markets to change. But what I do want to see is how does the public react to not being serviced by companies out there that are dealing directly with their products? And how long will it take to start making people whole for the bankruptcies that we've been dealing with now? Some of them at the 2-year mark almost. We're going to be hitting 2 years this summer.